Welcome to the Wednesday Warrior Wrap-Up, and first up, we have a look at quite a few Transformers offerings. Some of it we've already talked about before, some of it is new to us. First up, we're going to go over the Takara stuff from across seas, courtesy of Japan and Takara Tomy, and we finally have full images of all the items that went live today, or I guess yesterday in Japan time, and there are links for these. All these items are in the description down below. For the Japanese ones, I have Anime Export, which is a really cool site that does really good deals. So if you want to get them, this will probably be the best time to get them at these prices. So what we have here is, of course, the Galvatron 2 from Galvatron from Beast Wars 2. And this one I've been waiting for. We saw the gray prototypes, we saw the teaser silhouette, then we saw the teaser image, and now we have the full images here of the drill tank mode, the dragon mode, the robot mode, and all of its glory. Very excited. I think they even said there might be some light features with this. I don't know if that's for sure. In the advertisement, that is CGI, they show its eyes and chest lighting up, but I don't know if that's just for the video. But I'm most excited about that one. Following up with the next one is the Blaster, or I can't remember if it's what his Japanese name is, but this one is really cool. This will go with the Soundwave that came out a while ago. Really cool companion piece. So you have Soundwave and Blaster, and he comes with Steeljaw, which is really good looking. These are masterpiece scale. And then next up is his cassettes, where it comes with Ramhorn and I think it's Eject. So Rewind, as you notice, is not here. It will probably come with twin casts later on. Kind of like I think we'll see some of the other cassettes that we didn't get with Soundwave with Sound Blaster. My fingers are crossed we'll get one of those too. And the cool part about this Blaster and all the cassettes is they show off little nods to episode specific things, like Blaster and his boombox walking mode, or Eject riding Ramhorn from the episode, I think it was during the Headmasters episode, so that's really cool. And then our fourth and final item that is something we've seen here in the States, I think 2 or 3 times, but they're celebrating the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future in Japan, so they are having a special Gigawatts exclusive there, celebrating the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. I believe this is 1-for-1 the same figure. The only difference is going to be the packaging. It will be in Japanese, and it will have the 40th anniversary on it. Even though it's already had its 40th anniversary here in the States, they got it later than us, so they're celebrating the anniversary now. And the final item, one that I'm very excited about, is that of the Transformers collab with Scooby-Doo. And we have a look here of it where it's a headmaster in a way. Not on the fact that the heads transform, just that you could swap the heads, so you can have any of the kids be the robot. So you've got Fred, you've got Velma, Daphne, and Shaggy as the head swappers, and then you've got a camera accessory and a flashlight accessory for clue finding and clue capturing. And then you have a Scooby snack box that transforms into Scooby-Doo, but they are calling these, was it Mystery Prime? I think it is Mystery Prime and Automutt, which also kind of makes me go, you know what would have been cool? I love the idea that you could have any of the kids. I'll probably have Shaggy since Scooby is the snacks, but this is kind of one of those things where it's like, it's not really the kids or Scooby, it's these, you know, Autobots that chose the forms of a snack box at Scooby, and then the vehicle mode and the look-alike of the characters. It's kind of like with the Party Wallop. I know they want to make all 4 of the characters be accessible, so if you have a favorite turtle, or in this case a favorite kid, it would have been fun like the Party Wallop where it had its own unique head on top of that. Some people were calling it the Metalhead head, but, you know, I think it was just, you know, the Party Wallop's head. It was just basic. I would have liked to see something like that with this, where it's like the Mystery Machine had its own identity in robot mode, and it wasn't just one of the kids. But nonetheless, it is cool. I'm very excited for this. It is available for pre-order along with the rest of these. Like I said, link in the description down below if you want to pick them up. Those are always helpful, so I always like to put them down there, along with anything else that's available today. But yeah, really cool looking Transformers offerings. I'm very excited for all. And in some Star Wars news from Hasbro, we have a look at the Vintage Collection Geonosis Battle Droid Pack. And I was wrong, they did not go up at the same time as the clones. It went up earlier this week. So if you want to get some Geonosis Battle Droids and a Super Battle Droid that has the ability to swap arms, I wish they did that with the Black Series one. You can pick it up now at Hasbro. It is exclusive to Pulse, I believe, as of now. And then we have some awesome Halloween offerings coming up with that of, I believe, a Tusken Raider as the Invisible Man, is it Amon Calamari as the Creature of the Black Lagoon, and then I feel bad, it's Ahsoka and Shock T's species. She's going to be like the Bride of Frankenstein. They of course come with sidekick characters, which is always fun that they do that with these. So these are kind of cool little homages to the Universal monsters. I believe we've gotten like the Wolfman out of a Wookiee, and then I want to say Frankenstein out of one of them, and Dracula out of an Inquisitor. So it's kind of cool to see, you know, the whole... Oh yeah, it was Frankenstein was a Cad Bane retool, I remember now. So yeah, really cool offerings. These are not available yet, but I'm sure they'll be going up in like September, or, you know, maybe they'll go up for pre-order in July but come out in the fall. But they're really cool looking. I love the art on the packaging. Really cool art of the packaging. You can see like all kinds of really cool, you know, designs on the top of it. But yeah, Geonosis set is available now. The rest will be coming out later on. Some really cool Star Wars stuff. And we are already in week 5 of the Target Geek-Out summer event. And week 5 is Lego, but only one Lego. It is that of the E.T. Lego set. I believe I heard about this a while ago. We might have even covered it here when it was kind of first being teased. But now we finally have it. It is a bit pricey. You're looking at, I think, was it $130, $140? It is exclusive to Target, which is interesting. I did not know Lego did exclusives to Target or Walmart or things like that, so that's pretty interesting. It's a really cool set. It comes with, of course, E.T., and he has all kinds of, you know, the features to fit in with the movie. I think he even comes with this flower pot. I could be wrong. It's showing here if it is here. But yeah, really cool. If you want to pick it up, it is available right now. I'm looking forward to seeing what week 6 of Target Geek-Out has to offer. I think we've gotten, what, NECA, Lego, Hasbro, Mattel, and McFarlane now. So a lot of the big hitters. I'm assuming Pops will be soon, Funko. Maybe even next week, because they usually do something. But yeah, really cool. If you're a Lego fan, you're an E.T. fan, this one is definitely for you. And in some McFarlane toy news, we have 2 different things to talk about. First up, more DC figures. It is awesome that we're getting more of them. I never know when it will be the last time we'll see any new ones, because we've gotten lots of reveals and like listings and stuff like that. But here we have quite a few, 3 at least, power-packed female characters from the DC comics. First up is Wonder Woman. They're calling this DC Classics Wonder Woman. Other people I've heard said there is a chase variant that is the 90s Wonder Woman, I guess is what they're calling it. I don't know if that's really what it is, which just looks awesome. I'm going to try to get this one because it looks really cool, and I would like to have a Wonder Woman in my DC collection, and this one kind of feels like the one that would be cool to have. Next up is, I believe, Hawk... was it Hawk Woman or Hawk Girl? I can't remember. I think it's Hawk Woman. I don't even know if there's a Hawk Girl. Hawk Girl? Hawk Woman? I don't know. Anyways, a Hawk female character, which is really cool looking. I believe this is a later rendition of the outfit. We've gotten the classic one and the cartoon one, I believe. Or maybe we haven't gotten the cartoon one. But yeah, really cool figure. And then finally, and she does have a platinum chase, I believe, too. I just don't remember what it looks like. Or what it was described as. And then we have finally the Poison Ivy from the DC Multiverse line. And this one is really cool because there's 2 different ones. There's a chase one and a regular one, and the difference is green skin versus like the regular human skin color, which is really cool. So you can get different versions of Poison Ivy with that. So that's a really cool one. And then something that is not DC related, but something I'm very excited about because I'm seeing more and more gaming stuff come out of McFarlane, and it's really cool because I remember that one of the things that got me into McFarlane toys was the Halo collection, and I think they did other video games at the time, but it's fun to see them going back to video games. Like we're getting Helldivers, we're getting Mortal Kombat, we're getting Diablo, we're getting Doom, and now we are getting God of War, with that of 2 different versions of Kratos, one that's armored up and one that's not armored up, and then a villain character, which I feel bad I'm point blank on the name. I haven't played any of the Ragnarok games. I used to just play like the PlayStation 2 God of War stuff, and then I think like PlayStation 3 had a God of War that I played where he fought other stuff, but right now they're doing a lot of the Ragnarok and Thor and stuff like that. But yeah, really awesome offerings if you are a God of War fan. They are available right now for pre-order. The DC characters are also, I believe, available for pre-order, so if you want to pick them up, the links will be down in the description down below. And that pretty much wraps it up for McFarlane for today. And in some really exciting Masters of the Universe Mattel news, we know we're getting Gembro Skeletor at Comic-Con and online during the Comic-Con week for Mattel Creations if you want to pick it up there. But we got a few images that popped up. I've seen it going all around, so I don't think it's leaks. I think they were given to someone to promote. But it is that of Date Night Skeletor with a little Panther kitty, which is cute. I don't know if it was in the scene, but it's a cool little add-on accessory if not. Which gives me hope that we will be getting HR Skeletor or Office Skeletor soon, but it's just awesome to see that they are doing all these and that they're putting a lot of detail into them. This is a soft goods, I believe, dress top shirt kind of thing, suit piece, which is really cool. The accessory of the cane being the Havoc staff, it's just really awesome. So this won't be available right now, but it will be going up sometime in the future. I'm assuming we'll hear more about it at Comic-Con, and then we'll know when we're going to get it for pre-order. But it's just really awesome. And in some Boss Fight Studio toy news, because they are definitely coming out with a lot more 1/12 scale figures. They're usually known for their 3-inch figures, but they're doing more 6-inch figures as time goes on. And we have 4 new ones that they're offering. As far as I know, these are really incredible figures. I have not gotten any myself, but I definitely want to pick up the first wave. I think had like a female human space astronaut, a lizard alien guy, and some other stuff. And then they did their Frankenstein's creature and the robot, which are really cool. I would like to pick some of these up because they look incredible and they could fit in kind of with anything. You could have them be, you know, characters for your superheroes to fight or characters to be in Star Wars. I really want to pick up that lizard alien because it looks like something that'd be in Star Wars. I think it looks really cool. But today we have 4 new figures to show off. I feel bad I don't know any of their names off the top of my head, but there's this really cool, I think they said it's like a vampire assassin knight, vampire knight kind of character, but he can also be just like a dark, like ebony black knight kind of situation. This one I definitely want to pick up when it goes available. It looks awesome. It looks really like sleek and cool, and I like the design. Gives me very Dark Souls and Elden Ring vibes. And then we have a look at 2 different space themed characters. One is kind of like a alien female character that kind of would go with the female space person from before, and there's even a male space kind of person in this set also. So there's 2 like space themed figures, and then as we're about to talk about the next one, there are 2 kind of like medieval / you know, ancient figures, and being that the 4th one is, I believe, a Spartan, which is really cool. And I definitely want to pick this up because I think it'd be cool to put it behind like your Master Chief, like back to back or something like that, or just have like as a Spartan for, you know, one of your figure lines. I know that several toys are making different medieval themed figures. Like I know 4 Horsemen is doing their version of not like a Spartan but a Roman soldier during the Beast Wave, so this would be something cool to put next to that too, just to have as like a period themed figures and stuff like that. But yeah, these all look incredible. There's no release date yet or no pre-order date. These are just early like images of what it's going to look like, and there might be some tweaks here and there, but really cool looking. Cannot wait for these. And in some awesome 4 Horsemen toy news and Legion Cons news, these are Legion Cons exclusives. There will be regular versions released afterwards. From what it sounds like, there's 2 heads that are exclusive to each one this time around, but the rest of the stuff will be there. I think it's the Flaming Head and the one other head that is not with the standard version of what is called the Droghard, I don't know if I'm saying that right, which is the kind of villain character, I think, in these 2 figures that are being released. The other figure is that of the Ghost Elf. This is a new subspecies of elves they are doing, that are kind of like, I don't know if they're undead ghosts. They explained it in the video when they talked about the exclusives, but they're really cool looking. I am definitely a fan of both these. I'm hoping that maybe I can get in touch with someone to pick up these so I can get the Flaming Skull one. The elf one I don't know about. It depends on what heads. I think the female head that looks kind of like a vampire head, that one's exclusive to the show. It'd be cool to be able to get these. Sometimes, you know, there are people that are going who might be able to get extras, so fingers crossed I can come into contact with someone who's going so I can get these two, and then I'll probably buy 2 standard versions in the future just to make different variations, because I really love the Minotaur shown here, and I really like the different versions of the Ghost Elf. Being a new kind of character species, you know, in the universe, it'd be nice to kind of be able to make as many as possible of the variations so you could kind of build out that force of that group. The other one being kind of like just a mixture of different kind of like evil looking characters. I love the like evil looking knight with the flail, just really awesome looking. So both these are LegionCon exclusives to begin with exclusive pieces, but then afterwards, like most LegionCon exclusives, they do release standard versions that you could pick up after the event online, which is really cool that Four Horsemen does that. So I'm very excited for both of these. These will be included along with that was it King Arthur and Merlin figure that they showed off already, so that's 4 figures already. And then there's always the table drop figure, which you don't know of till the day of. This last year's was Koi, so I cannot wait to see what this year's is. Usually it's themed to something they reveal, I think, or maybe it's not, I don't know, but either way, these look incredible, and I cannot wait to get them in hand in the future, even if it's just the standard versions, but they look really cool. And now we're going into some Comic-Con news. With that, a Bigbadworkshop and 2 items they will be selling at San Diego Comic-Con. There is no news of these going to websites later on, like BBTS, because that's where they would go. I'm kind of thinking they might go to BBTS, unless they only have enough to sell at the event. But either way, there will be 2 offerings. First up is is it the Shadow Wog or the something Wog? Either way, it's a really cool troop kind of character. That's one of their variants, like they do at shows, where it's like a clear, smoky, blackish gray. That can either be a wolf creature, a vampire creature, I think, or a stealth soldier. It is really cool. I think it's about $45 for everything you see here, which is an incredible offer. I'm going to try to get one of these, because I would love to review it and have something cool like this from Operation Monster Force, because it's just really awesome, and I haven't gotten any of their clear figures in the past, but they're really cool from what I've heard. And then the other item is that of the Toxic Tick from the Tick comic, which is really cool looking. He comes with like a little toxic canister that kind of looks like an ooze canister from TMNT, so I think that's really cool. But both these will be available, I think, on site during Comic-Con. Last year's exclusive, I think, was pre-order, and then we go to your pile of loot and you get it later on. It sounds like these will be available at the show. I could be wrong though, but I'm hoping they'll be available at the show and you can just walk up and purchase it. Last year, I think they were across from Hasbro Pulse at, I want to say, like the Sideshow booth, or not Sideshow, I can't remember which booth it is, but the number I believe is shown in the image. But really cool looking. Both of these are awesome offerings. I'm definitely excited for the Operation Monster First one, and I'm going to try to get one this time around because it looks really cool. And then some more Comic-Con news, but this time through Jazzware, who does a lot of cool stuff. They're the ones who have Pokemon, I think it's AEW, wrestling. They got the Star Wars Micro Galaxy stuff. They've got all kinds of cool licenses. They are the ones who currently hold the Halo license, but they rarely come out with stuff. Most times it just pops up on GameStop. I think the last 2 new items they had, which was the Red versus Blue Spartan and the Noble Team, was a GameStop exclusive. I'm really hoping with the new Halo campaign Evolved, is it campaign Evolved? Yeah. I was hoping they'd do a Comic-Con exclusive, like an early release of the Master Chief from that game with that design, but I'm really concerned because they still own the master license for 4-inch and 6-inch figures. They don't own the license to 7-inch figures, I don't think, so that'd be cool to see if McFarlane does something with that. But nonetheless, we are here to talk about their Comic-Con exclusives they will be having. I don't know if these will go online, but they might go online to their Jazzware Vault during it. But we have a look at a Hello Kitty fashion doll, a derpy cat with his friend in the flower pot as a plush. They do a lot of plush stuff like Squishmallows and things. There is a Spider-Man costume, which is like the top half, very interesting. There is a Star Wars Micro Galaxy prototype Boba Fett and Slave One, which is the Waff Macquarie design. There's a really awesome Pokemon I think it's a plush item of Meowth in the Team Rocket balloon. But yeah, they have all kinds of amazing things. So this is everything they will be selling exclusively at the show. As of now, I don't know if it's going to be available online. A lot of times, I think they're just at the show. But they are items that are not like super niche to collections if you're collecting something from this line. And you could always check online. Sometimes they might go there. But yeah, really cool stuff they're offering. I think they're part of the lottery this year at Comic-Con. I don't usually go for what they had there. When they had the Halo exclusives, they were really just things that you didn't really need. Which a lot of times exclusives are that. They're very niche items that you don't necessarily need in your collection. Hasbro, when we've talked about their exclusives, there's a couple things there that I'm like, that would have been nice to not be an exclusive. Like Professor X and his hover chair, I feel like a lot of 97 fans would want to get that without having to go to a convention or try to get it online. Or that 501st Walker. But yeah, these are some interesting offerings. Nothing for Halo, which is what really breaks my heart. There's a thing for wrestling, AEW stuff. There's all kinds of other stuff, but nothing for Halo, which was kind of a bummer. But yeah, if you are a fan of any of these things, definitely check the Jazzware Vault in their website and their social. I will cover it. If they say it's going to be sold online, I will let you guys know in the future on my Instagram that it is going to go live on their website. And comics this week we think look awesome. We have 4 comics to talk about, 3 from the Skybound Image Comics. First up is Mask number 2. I'm so excited to continue this story. If you picked up Mask number 1 and read it, it was an awesome addition to the Energon universe, and I'm very excited to read more about it. Next up, continuing the Energon universe, is Transformers number 34, and our Mad Doctor from the Transformers universe is joining the fun. I'm just so excited to read more about this and what's going on in the Transformers comics with the characters they are continuing the story with. And then next up is G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 330. Yes, we are at 330 already. And this looks incredible. As you saw in, I think, the previous issue, Dr. Mindbender is doing some interesting things and causing Snake Eyes to kind of not be a nice guy. So I'm very excited to continue reading this story and see what happens next. And then finally, we have Vampirates, which looks really awesome. It is a new comic series that it takes place in a story where vampires rule the world kind of situation, and this vampire character joins a group of pirates. It sounds really awesome. Vampires and pirates sounds like a wonderful time. But those are the comics this week I think look awesome. Like always, let me know down in the comments below what comics you think look awesome this week, what you're most excited about, what you think I should check out. I always love talking comics with you guys, and I will be back with more comics next week. And in our creative corner this week, we have a look at a very talented Transformers customizer with that of MaxMC55 on Instagram. I believe that's how you say their handle. Their link to their Instagram will be in the description down below like usual, if you want to go give them a follow, which I think you should if you're a Transformers fan, because their work is incredible. They take Lego pieces and incorporate them into the Transformers, which is incredible. I never thought of that. So you could change their alt modes, like the train bots here they made using, I believe, 2 of the limbs, or I can't tell what the robot mode is. I think it's either Blast Off or Slugslinger, or not Slugslinger, Slingshot. I think it's Aerial Bots. I don't know. Either way, they take previous Transformers that were one thing, and they turn them into train bots with Lego pieces, and that's just incredible. I think that's a really awesome idea. On the topic of combiner limbs and stuff, they made a Computron already, using pieces and stuff like that of combiners that we've gotten, and it looks awesome, and it kind of makes me go, okay, I could see this being turned into Computron if they do retooling. It's definitely one of the combiners I really want, as being a fan of that combiner. They also have this really awesome He-Man out of Leo Convoy, or I believe it is, which just looks incredible. The robot mode, of course, is He-Man. The beast mode is, of course, Battle Cat. And then they have a Megatronus, I think it is, turned into Skeletor. So instead of like doing like the TFCon exclusive did, where they used Tigertron, they went with an idea of, instead of having it be, Panther, they're gonna have like a tank, a Havoc tank is what I'm calling it, because that's really cool, because the Havoc staff. So I'm gonna say it's a Havoc tank. I don't know what they call it, but it looks awesome, and the Skeletor mode looks cool too. There's also an incredible Ultra Magnus they made out of the Devastation Optimus mold. Really loving that. but just all kinds of amazing work. The one that really caught my eye, that was the first thing I saw when I was going through Instagram, was the Ultramarine, which is a triple changer. I love that. So it can become a Dreadnought, or I think it's the Rhino, is the tank from Warhammer. And it's just incredible. So all their work is amazing. If you are a Transformers fan, if you're a custom fan, if you're just someone looking to see some really cool art that someone made, definitely go give them a follow, give them the shares with friends who might get a kick out of it, give them the likes, comment on what you like on their page. I think all their work is incredible. I'm just a big fan of, the idea of making crossover figures out of Transformers, as we talked about earlier with the Mystery Machine. It's just cool to see things like that, and I love the idea of an Ultramarine slash Dreadnought slash, Rhino. That's just really cool. And I think that one uses the Megatronus mold too. So really interesting ways of using that again for those two characters, Skeletor and the Ultramarine. Love that. That model, I'll say the model, is a really cool one. I love that they're using it for the Unicron Trooper. It just looks really good. It's a really nice, intimidating big robot design, and it's really cool. So, like always, link is in the description down below for their page. Definitely check them out. Give them the likes, give them the follows, give them the shares, and I will catch you all next week.